Okay, so we're going to be drawing a room in one point perspective. So we're going to have one vanishing point on a horizon line. We're going to be looking into a room, or we're going to be in a room looking from one side to the other side. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is add our horizon line, which is our eye level. Okay, so the view of our eye level. Go ahead and make a line that's going across your paper slightly above halfway. Okay, and I'm using a straight edge, so if you have a ruler or straight edge, you might want to include that in your work. Now, you're going to go ahead and make that line straight across your paper, and you want it to be slightly above halfway. So halfway for me on my paper is probably about right here, and this is slightly above. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a vanishing point right in the middle. So that point is also not going to stay in our work, so it's just for our guiding. It's to guide us through our work right now. So the next thing we'll do after we get our vanishing point in the center on the horizon line in the center, we're going to draw like a rectangle around this. Okay, now what I want you to do is go ahead and measure out about maybe like the length of your thumb. So put your thumb at the vanishing point, and then where your thumb ends, that's going to be about how long we want it from both sides. So my thumb ends there and here. Okay, so about thumb's length going both ways. And then the distance down, I'll say, is also going to be probably about half the length of your finger. Okay, half the length of your finger. So from here to about there, from here to about there. And we want to go ahead and make a line that comes down. You want to make sure you're straight, so this should be a vertical line. That means it should be parallel to the edge of the paper. Okay, and we're going to make this on both sides. And above, we're going to go about half that distance. So this is about half the distance this way. Okay, and that looks pretty straight. It looks kind of crooked on the screen, but it's straight. And we're going to go ahead and make a rectangle that looks like this. So we'll go ahead and make sure that the line going across is also parallel to our horizon line. So this is a horizontal line going straight across. So that goes straight across like that. And then the bottom will go straight across as well. And the next thing we're going to do, we're going to keep this, because this is the corner of this is the back wall. So we're going to keep this. So these lines here, it's okay if they're dark. The other ones we will erase. So you can tell I kind of press a little harder on those. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to make lines coming to the corners and continuing out. These are kind of guidelines. So what you can do is you're going to start off at the vanishing point, and it's going to go lightly here. But once you get to this corner, you can go ahead and darken up the line. So that line's going to keep, because that's the corner of the wall where the ceiling hits the wall. Okay, and you're going to do that again. Line up your straight edge or your ruler from the vanishing point to the corner. Okay, and this is going to be a light line, and then once you get here, you can go ahead and press that nice and dark. Okay, and then this corner, same thing. Line up your straight edge to the point and to the corner. And this is light here, and then once you get to the corner, you can bring that out nice and dark. And then again down here. So from the vanishing point, all these lines go to the vanishing point or out from that vanishing point right there. There's this light right there. Once I get here, it's nice and dark. Okay, so basically these are your walls. This is the floor. This is the ceiling. That's the back wall. Okay, so the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to add another line that's going to be coming from the vanishing point so that we can get a door in here. This line is a guideline, so we're going to draw it in very lightly. It's going to go from the vanishing point, and then I'm going to leave a little bit of space. You can see that. And I'm going to draw a light line that's going to go all the way from here all the way across. And that's light the entire way. Okay? And then I'll go ahead and add the door. So leave yourself a little space here, maybe like a finger's length or so, or the width of your thumb. and you're going to make a straight vertical line. So that means it goes straight up and down. So we'll go right here, straight up and down. These lines right here should be parallel to each other, and then probably go about twice as wide as this. So I'll do about 2 finger space, and we'll go ahead and put this here. We're going to go make a mark from here down. This should be parallel also to the edge of, and this is going to be a door. Okay, and this is the top of the door here. So because this is the top of the door, we're going to go ahead and add this line at the top is going to be dark. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure this is a dark line. So this is the door. So because that's parallel to the ceiling, we're looking 1 point perspective. That line goes to the vanishing point as well. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring in a couple of lines to get the top of a table that's going to be sitting in the room. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and leave about, let's say a 2 finger space over here on this edge. And we're going to make a line from the vanishing point this way. Okay, the vanishing point this way. And again, this is a guideline, so you don't want to make it too dark. So we're going to go ahead and make that lightly right there. That's coming all the way from the vanishing point, coming in this way. And we're going to leave about the same amount of space going the other way. So it's going to look something like that. Again, feel free to, and this is a guideline, so you don't have to make them too dark. All right, the next thing we're going to do is above the line or the bottom of the rectangle, the very first rectangle we drew, right above that line, let's say about a finger space up, you're going to go ahead and make the top of the table. So you're going to make a line that's horizontal here, and this you're going to keep. It's going to be a tabletop, so go ahead and make that nice and dark. And then you're going to make another one above that, and you can go ahead and leave about a finger space in between. So something like this, you got a finger space there. And these lines are also parallel. This is a tabletop, so we're going to go ahead and make that nice and dark. Okay? And we're going to keep the lines from the side here. So keep this line and keep this line here. Okay, so that's your tabletop. The rest of the lines that we made out this way, those are going to be, what's it called, guidelines. So the next thing you're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add the legs to this. So the legs are going to be vertical lines. So that you want them to make sure, you want to make sure that they're going straight up and down. Okay, so it's going to start right at this corner. You want to make sure that you're straight up and down. And you're going to bring this down like that. And the other one as well. And you want to make them the same length. Okay, and that's where your front legs would be at. And then you're going to go ahead and make the back legs as well. Okay, so the back legs, where this ends, you can go ahead and make this line go toward the vanishing point. So I'm going to draw this in lightly. And you're going to draw this side in lightly from the vanishing point to the bottom of the leg. And the back leg will be that length. So when this leg right here comes down, it's going to come right in here, and that will be the back leg there. This one here, once it touches that line, the back leg will end right there. So it's just inside and just inside right there. Okay, now so this angle, if the legs are the same height, that where those legs end, those should be lined up to go out that way as well. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of dimension to our table, so it doesn't look so how do I say, stick figured. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to erase the back leg just a tad bit right here, And we're going to add a little bit of space right here. So this is the width of our tabletop. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and make these legs a little bit thick as well. So we'll get these down. When that comes down, you're going to make another one on this side, and that should come straight down, and they will connect with a flat line this way. Okay, you can go ahead and do that to this side as well. On the inside, connect those on the inside, and the line going across is a horizontal line. And then we can add a second or the third dimension right in here. So this line right here is going to be angled up toward the vanishing point, of course, angled up toward the vanishing point, up toward the vanishing point, and then you can get the inside angle of your leg. Okay, so all my guidelines are really light, and everything that I'm keeping are pretty dark. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're looking at something that looks like that. So once we've added that, you can erase the lines that are inside of here because you won't need them anymore. Actually, you don't need these either. Okay, so any of these little vanishing, these lines that we use to start us off, we won't need. Okay, and you can erase those that are going through your table. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a floor that is made of wood. Okay, so they're going to be little wood panels. So since I already have these here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to divide. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and divide this right in half. I'm going to make a little mark there, and I'm going to try to make that space even and just keep repeating the amount of space right in there. So this would be here. The next mark would be about here. Keep on spacing it out about the same distance. Hopefully there and there. Okay, so we're going to just guess on that. We're just kind of estimating making those evenly spaced out. And then you're going to make lines that go from each one of these marks to the vanishing point. So from the vanishing point to each mark and then to the bottom of the paper. So here, and this goes there. It would continue, hit the vanishing point. We're going to line this up to the vanishing point, and we're just going to make the lines that are on the floor right now. So if they're going through the wood of the table, we want to go ahead and, of course, not get those in there. My other one's here, looks like right there. Make sure that it's lined up to the vanishing point every time. Line up your straight edge to the vanishing point every time. Now I'm just going to go ahead and keep drawing these in. We definitely want to make sure that you try to space them out as evenly as possible. So I did my best to space those out. And those are basically going to be the wooden floor. Okay, so once you've got all of those in there, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit to here. We're going to add a window. Okay, we're also going to add a window back here, and we're going to add a little bit of detail to this what's called to the side of the door. So I'm going to stop this video, go to the next video, and we'll continue.